All right, part two. Ready, go.
I was into her off the bat. She's hot. What's your point?
At the same time, I'm thinking about how she had your email the whole time, how she was sending you everything that I did.
Okay, so once again, you're thinking we're in cahoots with each other to mess with you. I'm not gonna keep having this conversation. If you think I'm fucking with you, then fucking leave me alone.
That's what I want to know, is that you two are not fucking with me.
I mean, that's the best advice he could have gotten from Casey right there. I like how he gets suspicious, but it's not because of things like, it's a fucking robot or that everyone keeps getting amnesia. It's because they're like holding him accountable for his actions. He's like, wait a minute, you guys are comparing notes on the lies I told you? That makes me pretty suspicious.
Holy
How
shit.
can I prove it? You think how would that work? You think we planned this
I just want you
entire
out
thing?
and tell me. I just want you to tell me out straight.
This around
that,
Casey.
I just want you to tell me out straight that there was no fucking bullshit.
He's just turning this
with
around.
I told you out straight
I'm not turning this around,
times,
Jamie.
you fucking moron idiot. How many more fucking times do I need to say it?
You can hear Blue Boy getting actually frustrated here, which is funny because Blue Boy is the most frustrating human being in existence. But I'm sure he had to take like 6 or 7 showers after this interaction, and he had to have Reborn explain how to get the video uploaded onto YouTube because that was a little too complicated for him. But what I was going to say was that I love how Lorne is just like, just tell me outright if you're fucking with me or not. It's like, Lorne, if they're fucking with you, they're probably not going to tell you that they're fucking with you. It's like when people are like, oh, if you ask an undercover cop if they're a cop, they have to say yes if they are. It's like that would kind of defeat the entire purpose of being an undercover cop. So I don't know what he expects to get out of this. He just wants to be. He knows it's fake in his deep heart of hearts, and he's constantly like at war with himself, trying to convince himself that it's real. Because if it's fake, then he has nothing, and he's just asking for them to give him, just a little bit of hope, false or not. He just wants them to say it. It like I say, it would be sad if it was anyone but Lorne, but fully deserved.
I told you out straight 100 times that if you think I'm fucking with you, then go away. You can leave. If I was fucking with you, wouldn't I be trying to convince you not to leave? Because I'd want to keep fucking with you. I'm telling you, if you think I'm fucking with you, then stop talking to me. It's that easy for you.
That was Blue Boy's like biggest play.
Is that straight out enough for you?
From the hot seat and trying to
That's
find
straight
a
out
reason
enough
we
for
are
me.
in the wrong.
All right, so shut the fuck up now.
All right. Now, Jamie, I want to know why you did all this sending the emails and shit to Casey.
Holy shit.
Now explain all this
Holy
holding
shit,
me
what? I ask
accountable.
you a question and you say, holy shit, I don't want to answer it?
What emails are you talking about?
Her emailing you when you and I first got together.
You haven't answered one fucking
You're
question
talking
Casey
about the
asked
time. You're talking about the time where you were telling me that you didn't like her anymore and you were over her and it was just me and you and all your attention was on me now. Meanwhile, you were texting her saying almost the exact same stuff while she had a boyfriend. So she was telling me to warn me about you being a two-timing liar.
That's another thing too, Jamie.
Jesus.
Well, address this thing first before you move on. That's your fault she had to send those to me. If you didn't try to do that, if you didn't try to be a two-timing snake lying bitch, then there would have been nothing for her to send to me. That was 100% your fucking fault.
Oh look, it's Lorne's fault yet again, but I'm the
bad
guy.
Was.
Just like how there would be no receipts of Blue Boy being a pathetic fucking incel, uh, just lie spreader if he didn't send those DMs in the first place. I do find it funny that it just says baby boy mild anger on the screen, and like while it's going on, Blue Boy is basically just like throwing a tantrum. There's I'm gonna have to listen to a bunch of these Casey calls again because it's just a whole other aspect to them now.
I need to answer questions.
Yeah, exactly, Lorne. It was your fault.
It was my fault.
Yeah, so why are you mad at Jamie for sending me emails when it was stuff that you did wrong?
Because it doesn't make sense to me why she would send you emails.
Because she's a good person and you're a bad person. So she told me the bad stuff you were doing.
Oof, that one. If he ever re-listens to these, I bet you that line is gonna make him cringe a little bit. They just they just sent me the receipts to prove that you're a bad person, show all the bad things that you did.
Wouldn't you want to know
just
if I was
explained it,
telling
holy
you
shit.
I loved you all the time? Sorry, Jamie.
She just explained it. Holy shit, open your ears, Lorne.
But wouldn't you
But it had
like it,
nothing-
Lorne, if someone were to tell you, they emailed you saying that, oh, she's in another throuple with 2 other people? Wouldn't that be something you'd want to know? That's what Jamie was doing. She wasn't lying to me. She's being honest.
Yeah, so it had nothing to do, Jamie, it had nothing to do with you being mad at me because I chose Casey instead of you. Even after you told me you
I've
just
answered
told me
this, you fucking idiot.
Holy fuck! See, she won't stop with the goddamn names.
Well, because I know the answer to this. She's told you before. She had a boyfriend. She wasn't trying to make you jealous.
No,
She
did
liked
not
her
have
boyfriend.
a boyfriend.
She liked Rod. She said it 100 times. So she's getting
She did not
frustrated
have a boyfriend.
because we have this conversation every other fucking day.
Casey, she did not
Lauren.
have a boyfriend when she started doing that. And she did not like Rod when she started
Yes, I
doing
did.
that. Oh, you did not.
Casey, I fucking hate it when he says that shit. Jamie, God, it's this shit pisses me off too because when he like tells them, like when he laughs and he's like, well, I'm pretty sure it was Maggie Joe who gave her the idea to stay in the porn industry, and he's like all superior about it. He just fucking rewrites the past to whatever he wants it to be, and then convinces himself that it's reality. Like he gets indignant that people would possibly question what he is telling them about their own feelings and thoughts. So ridiculous.
I don't get how you're
doing
working
that
with
right
her
off
about
the
having a
bat.
boyfriend. She would know if she had a boyfriend. How can you say
I
no?
knew
You
she didn't have a boyfriend.
She knows that she did.
It's like in the emails with Blue Boy when he first got in contact with Lorne when they're talking about like New Jersey, and he's like, "Yeah, we got lots of snow in New Jersey," and Lorne is like, "No, you don't." You can tell he gets a little bit pissed off. He's, excuse me, he's trying to like reel him in still, but he's like, "I think I would know. I live here." Shit's so annoying.
She started doing that right off the bat because she told me that she was going to send you everything that she had.
Okay,
Everything
I'm done
that I
with this.
said.
He just wants to be right. I'm going to do something else.
Okay.
Fortnite.
Hey, Christ.
You wonder why we get frustrated. It's because you can't get anything through your head.
She never had any interest in Rod before, either.
And then she did.
Are you kidding
You don't
me?
understand people's feelings can change?
This is the same Rod that he had the fucking epic death metal meltdown about, right? He just ow, god damn it. Sorry, my cat is attacking me. If I don't give her enough enrichment, she tries to murder me throughout the day. I'm gonna go back on mute.
Okay. When I asked her if she told Rod that she was in love with me, she kept saying no. And I kept asking her if it was Rod, and she kept saying no.
Answer the
She
same
didn't want me to
fucking
know.
4 months on end, but I'm told I'm wrong and haven't answered it.
Maybe she said no because she knew you were going to react like this. Because you're her ex-boyfriend, so she didn't need to owe you an explanation.
That's no
Don't think of these
excuse.
common sense things.
Maybe it was none of your business.
When relationships
figure
end,
that.
people tend to move on.
Oof. And like when you meet somebody and they clearly show that they're not interested in anything romantic with you, you tend to move on, right, Blue Boy? You don't like try to guilt them into a relationship. That'd be crazy.
And if you were broken up, I don't see why it matters who she was dating.
Because she knew
You
that I
left
hated
me.
Rod.
Yeah, but you're her ex-boyfriend, so why does it matter to her? Or to you?
You left me, so what I do and who I date is none. I repeat, none of your
Exactly.
business.
Like, for example, Amanda James is not your girlfriend, so she's allowed to talk to anybody she wants on stream. There's so many parallels now. It's really crazy. I don't even really know that much about him. Like, I can only imagine what it's like for the people who've been protecting him and, like, trying to protect his sensitive feelings all these years without realizing that he was, like, manipulating them. Um, because even just from like the limited amount that I've seen, you can already see that it's like a one-to-one parallel with Lorne. Except I don't know, like Lorne is so dumb. Like a lot of the time, he doesn't really think about this stuff. Like I'm not saying it excuses him; he's a piece of shit, and that's not really an excuse. But like you listen to these calls, and Blue Boy knows all the right answers. Like he can on paper, he can talk up a whole like emotionally mature healthy relationship, but then in real life he just acts exactly like Lauren, like begging fucking women to be with him, like hitting up nuggets in her DMs. Oh my god, that was one of the cringiest things I've seen in a long time. That that was like some shit that you cringe if you remember yourself doing it back when you were in like middle school. And it's like a 30-year-old man, but he can fake it really well. It's interesting.
So she's not supposed to date, or any one of your ex-girlfriends isn't supposed to date someone you don't like? That makes no sense. You're her ex. You can't dictate what she does after you break up with her.
See, that's also
Well,
some
it
middle
just
school
seems odd
shit
that
where you're like, oh, you're dating him like just to get back at me. Like, no, like it didn't work out. She's dating them to date them. It's most people grow out of that by the time they turn like 14.
she was dating the one person that she knew I hated.
Yeah, the one person.
Okay, well then it seems odd. It makes whatever then.
If she had dated Donkey Kong, it would have been
I
okay.
mean, she didn't hate him. That's the point. You hated him. She did not hate him.
Can't wait to answer these questions a week from now, and be told I haven't answered them.
Jamie, it all depends on how you're gonna act too. I don't just up and act this way for no reason at all.
Back to blaming me.
Look at how you presented yourself ever since we started this throuple.
Back to blaming me.
It's like you don't realize you have the power to break up with her if you don't like it.
I don't want to break up with you two.
He has the
Then
power,
shut
I
the
just
fuck
want
up.
but not the ability.
Well, I want the favor and
It's your
bullshit to
actions.
stop.
It's your
Well, it's not
fault.
gonna stop, okay? It's not gonna stop. So now what do you want to do?
Well, if it doesn't stop, there's no telling what I'll do.
Okay.
Stop and think about how fair you two are being to.
Yeah, if you guys aren't careful, I'm gonna hang up on you real good and then call you back and be like, hello.
Me. You're favoring each other
Holy
and you're
shit.
ganging up on me. Holy shit. Of course you don't want to think about that. That would
Well,
be terrible to think about, wouldn't it, Jamie?
I'm not. We're gonna keep acting the way we act because that's our personalities. We're gonna keep acting the way to each other that we want to. And if you want to leave, go ahead. Okay. Now, can we stop having this conversation?
Yeah, we can, because I'm gonna stick with it till we actually give this a fair chance in person. So
Okay, great. So if you want to be all butthurt that I'm favoring her, she's favoring me. Just remember, you can do whatever you want. You can leave if that upsets you, and that'll be your choice. Okay.
all right, just remember, I don't expect you two to treat me like an asshole.
You don't?
All right. Well,
You should probably
noted.
expect it by now.
Understand, Jamie?
Well, if you're like trying to threaten something, I really couldn't care less. If you're like threatening that I'm doing something or you're gonna leave me,
No.
be my guest.
There's no threat about it. I want you to understand. I don't want to be treated like an asshole.
Then stop being an asshole.
I'm going to stop being an asshole.
Okay,
But I don't
great.
want
Then I
to
won't treat you like an asshole.
All right, Jamie. How about you?
Any day now, he's gonna stop.
Is she even there?
Yes. Oh, wait a second. No, she's not.
She's not there.
She's not here. She hung up.
Why would she hang up?
Well, because we've had the same conversation 100 times, and I keep repeating myself. You keep repeating yourself. So she hung up because she's frustrated.
I've had this conversation with her a million times because she does the
Yeah,
same
that's why she
stuff.
probably hung up then.
She does the same stuff to me, Casey.
Okay,
all the time.
so here's what I'm saying. So she does something, you say, if you do that again, I'm done. And she keeps doing it, and then you go back to saying, I'm going to leave if you do that again. Then she keeps doing it, and then you keep saying you're going to leave and you don't leave.
I don't because I love her.
All right, then you got to deal with the way she is then.
I love that during the Winnie saga, how often he would say that, that was going to be it for them, or like, you're killing us, or if you don't stop, you know, blowing everybody in the hospital, then, uh, it's over. Because it was like 3 times a day he would threaten to end. He would say, don't do X or I'll leave you, and then immediately not leave, and then be bewildered why his threats were not being taken seriously.
She's not going to change her personality for you just because you don't like something, because you aren't leaving. You aren't going to leave.
But in a relationship, aren't you supposed to be changing for that person that you're with?
No, you should love the person you're with because that's who they are. You don't get in a relationship with someone to try to change them. You get into a relationship with them because you like that person.
See, I don't think Blue Boy is speaking from experience here. I don't think he's ever had a relationship. He's not exactly wrong. I mean, you shouldn't like have to change any major like aspect of your personality just to make it fit in a relationship. If it's not right, it's not right. But I mean, a good relationship, you should both want to, you should both want to like change and get better for each other. That's the whole idea, right? That you're better than like the sum of your parts, and maybe you can make little changes, or you make little allowances to, because you love the other person. It's Lauren has no idea. Blue Boy has almost no idea, but is talking very confidently. Again, not that different from Lauren.
But if you're doing things that bother the other person, then you try to stop doing that stuff.
Yeah, and if they don't change because they don't want to change, then that's how relationships end. Every relationship has ended in the history of existence because someone did something the other person didn't like. You're acting like
I know a lot of it's my fault, Casey. I know a lot of it's my fault.
You're acting like being in a relationship means that no one can break up after that. If you keep acting like a screw up and she keeps being mean to you, then go away and end it.
Things happen that just the things have happened with Jamie that you just don't think are going to happen in a relationship.
That I'll grant him that. He's also said sentences that nobody has ever said in a relationship before, where like, I love you, but I wish you would just take his cock out of your mouth.
I mean, like another guy being around her and seeing her naked and shit. How often do you see that in a relationship?
She's a porn star, you fucking idiot.
It should be an automatic thing. You're in a relationship with another person. You don't go letting another guy constantly see you naked.
And if you don't like it, then you break up with that person.
You even don't like that.
Yeah, but I trust her, and we've talked about it, and I like her enough that I'm secure with her showing her body for her work.
For her work, that's one thing. But I had to deal with Will seeing her naked all the time. They say
Okay, you
just
don't.
2 times.
You
There
didn't
was a lot
have
more than
to
that.
deal with that, though. You didn't have to deal with that. It was your choice to deal with it.
But she kept doing it.
That shit was so hard on me because of what I had to deal with Emma and Winnie and the fucking
Jesus Christ.
unbelievable amount of retarded bullshit that they pulled.
Yeah, Emma and Winnie were really
once again,
dumb.
you didn't have to deal with it. You didn't have to. You keep saying, I had to deal with this person. I had to deal with this person doing this thing to me. You didn't have to deal with it. You always have the option to leave.
To a degree, I think in his mind, he does kind of think that you can't go back once you're in a relationship. Or like he thinks that a commitment is something that like you can't take back. Like once you make that decision, like in the you owe me a chance Debbie call, he keeps going back to like, well, you flirted with me, and it's like, okay, first of all, like she pretty much like barely did, and even if she had said I want to marry you and like or proposed and you said yes, like even if you had gotten married you can break up. It's crazy that he thinks that like he'll tell somebody to their face that, well, I'm not going to listen to what you're saying now because of what you said earlier. I don't, his mind is really unique.
Yeah, but I didn't want to leave Jamie. I loved her.
Okay, well then you deal with it then. And then you can't bitch about it later because you had the option to leave and you didn't take it. So you can't be mad because it's your fault. If she did something I didn't like, I would leave her. Same goes for you. If you did something I didn't like, I would leave you.
I like the implication that up until this point he hasn't done anything that Casey doesn't like, including their whole meet cute at the Sting House. But maybe she thinks he's a changed person now, like the guy in his rape class said.
That makes perfect sense. That's how relationships end. Like, are you so desperate that you can't leave something that's bad for you?
No, I know Jamie's a good person.
Okay.
I knew how much
then
I
that
was in
should
love
be
with
it right there. You think she's a good person, then you gotta put up with the stuff you don't like about her. And if Rod's gonna see her naked, regardless of if you like it or not, so you can threaten to leave all you want, and if she's gonna keep doing it and you don't leave, that's your problem. Same for me. If I'm doing something you don't like and you don't leave, well, sucks to be you then.
But when she keeps doing it regardless of how we feel about it, when she's not at work,
then leave. Then we can leave then.
That's her telling us that she doesn't care how we feel.
Exactly. If you feel like that someone you're dating doesn't care how you feel, you have the option to leave.
No, you just beg them to start caring.
Do you understand?
I understand.
Okay, you understand that. Can you say it to me so I can hear you say it so I know my own sanity that you understand?
I understand that if a person's acting the way that I don't agree within the relationship, I have the option to leave. But the hard part is being in love with that person makes it even harder to leave.
Yeah, it's hard to leave someone you love, but if they're not doing something that you like, then just leave.
It's easier when you hate everything about them.
Sorry, I was drinking water. Breakups are hard on everyone. Hard to leave someone you love, but if they're not doing something that you like, then just leave. Breakups are hard. Sorry, I was drinking water. Breakups are hard on everyone,
He
but
was
it's so easy to leave
he was taking a panic shower, wasn't he?
if they're not. First of all, you haven't met her, so it's easy to leave. And second of all, if it's so terrible, everything she does is terrible, then leave.
And if you haven't met her, then it's a stupid idea to move across the country for her and then beg her to be in a relationship with you, even though she, like, why would you want to be in a relationship with someone if they agreed to finally date you out of pity? What, that would be awful. Why would you want that? Being in like knowing that the only reason they're there is because they feel bad and they don't really want to. I think that in these people's minds, they don't really think about how relationships are two ways. They only think of it in terms of like, what they're putting out and how they feel about it. So they wouldn't care because the other person's feelings aren't part of the equation to them. It's fucking crazy. He just says all this stuff like to Lauren without an ounce of self-reflection, talking about you haven't met her in person and like, man, dude, I wonder if he just has it like compartmentalized where he's like, he thinks he's better than him, so it doesn't matter if some of these things are in common because just like Lauren, in his head is what matters, not his actions.
Jamie texted us, I have some thinking to do.
Okay.
She,
Can you blame her?
I have some thinking to
she
do.
also said that just because I say that.
Oh, he caught that one? Damn.
Okay, well, if that's what you think, then whatever.
I'm texting her back. I wish you would get back on the phone with us.
I wish
And
you
maybe
would
she'll
get back
make the
on
choice
the
to leave.
phone with us.
I mean, you realize how beautiful she is, right? She can get anyone she wants. I think you take that for granted. You should be grateful.
No, I don't. I don't take that for granted.
My favorite story about Jamie was how he had posters of her all over the place, but she only ever sent him like 5 photos, so like multiple of the posters were from the same picture. And his probation officer was coming over, or like they were coming over to search his trailer, and they said they looked at Jamie and like made an incredulous noise, and he was like, "You don't think that that's the most beautiful woman I've dated before, do you?" Or like, "You don't think that's the only beautiful woman I've dated before, do you?" And his PO was like, "In person." He just told this story. I don't think he even realized what a burn that was, but that was a good one, man. I appreciate that. Lauren's terrible, terrible PO. You're terrible at your job, but that was a good one. That was a good burn on Lauren.
But being beautiful doesn't mean that you do whatever the fuck you want to people and act however you want and think that they're not going to be affected by it. That's just taking advantage of another person's feelings. Just because you think you're so beautiful that you can get away with shit.
No, actually, that's true. I mean, ask Blue Boy because he looks like a more jacked Tom Holland or a more handsome Paul Rudd. Definitely not like the berries and cream lad.
That's not the way to treat
Hold on.
people.
Hello.
Hey,
Hello.
I have been thinking so hard.
Jamie, hold on. I love you so much. That's
Oh,
it.
I
I love
love you too,
you,
babe.
Jamie. I love you too, Jamie, and you know I love you.
Whatever.
Oof.
See?
See,
That's the response that I get.
Jamie, you
'cause-
make me happier than I've ever been. And I love playing games with you. And I think you're funny and smart.
Okay, parallel number 800. Blue Boy always asks Lauren to be like, why do you love her? Like, name things that you love about her. And, it's always the way that we are and the time that we had together, and she's so special. And, Blue Boy's always mocking him for that. But then, like, whenever he gives an example of why, like, you know, him and Jamie was a real big boy relationship. It's always because we played Fortnite together. That's the only thing he can come up with. I guess that like that's his idea of, that's all he can really think of that you would do with your girlfriend. So it's just funny because he really can't come up with anything better than Lorne, but he somehow thinks of himself so much better.
You make me feel the same way, babe.
This fucking silence is brutal. He's waiting for them to
I've loved you since day
Yep.
one, Jamie.
He was waiting for them to start talking about all the things they loved about him. Eventually, when nobody said anything, he gave up and started trying his best to get in on his action.
And I don't ever want to stop loving you. And I don't want to be an asshole to you.
Lorne, shut up for a second. Casey, I think we have a special connection. I haven't felt this way about anyone. You are my everything. I think about you all the time. I wish I could sing to you. Casey, will you marry me?
Are you serious?
Dead serious.
It's so good in the robot voice.
Oh my god. Yes. Yes, I'll marry you.
Oh my god.
I love you so much. Yes, of course, yes.
Yes, I love you, babe.
Oh my god, I love you too. I love you so much.
I love you so much.
Oh my god.
God, I can't wait to see you. I got you a ring.
Secret ring.
You got me a ring already. How long were you thinking about this for?
A couple days.
Can't wait to call my mom. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm so happy.
She has an actual ring too, not just a picture of one.
Lorne, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
I'm shaking.
I'm
Easy
floored.
not to cut you off.
I'm
I know you are so excited as I am, but we have to be fair. Lorne, what were you saying?
Sorry, Lauren, you were trying to get in on the love action.
I don't remember.
Are you happy for us?
No, yeah, I'm happy for you. I'm fucking floored.
Real
Me
convincing.
too. I wasn't expecting that tonight.
He feels so sorry for himself right now.
Be free. I didn't think she'd say yes, but I went for it. Lorne, will you walk us down the aisle?
Yep. It's
one of the little speech mannerisms he has, which sounds just like Michael Scott to me. He's like, yep. I forget what scene specifically, but man, it's great.
Well, I want my dad to walk me down the aisle.
Oh, sorry, babe. Okay, Lorne, what were you saying?
I don't remember.
Well, you told me to call her back. So I did.
I know. I'm floored.
What are you floored about?
I didn't expect. I didn't expect that.
Fucking Three's Company in the background.
Neither was I, but why? What's the matter?
Nothing. I'm just floored by it.
Well, what's flooring you about it?
You're floored by it too. You didn't expect it either.
Well, yeah, because I was proposed to. Why are you floored?
I'm just floored by it.
Yeah, can you explain? This is the thing. You never explain.
It is annoying when you ask him what he means and he verbatim repeats the exact same thing. I wonder if after this call's over, he was singing along to the fucking DVD menu of Three's Company while sobbing, like, "Someone knock on our door."
Because I can't even get it straight in my head right now.
What about it? Are you okay? What's happening?
Really sucking the happiness and fun out of this.
I'm not meaning to take any happiness and fun out of it. I'm happy for you. I'm very happy that you two get along so good, that you feel the way you do about each other.
Why you sound like you're gasping for air? You having a heart attack?
No.
What's that? Why are you making that sound?
I'm trying to get out words that I don't even know what the words are.
He's beating his meat.
You know,
Do you have
call
high
me
blood
back
pressure?
Call me back in a few minutes. I need a few minutes to myself.
No, wait. Why are you? No, hold on. No.
I love how they hear him start crying and they're like panicking, like, "Oh no, absolutely not! I put in all this work. You are staying on the phone for this. We are getting a recording of this. I'm not missing out on the fucking tears after all this hard work that we put in."
What's wrong? Lorne?
I need a few minutes to myself.
No, why? Why? You gotta tell me
Casey,
why.
please.
Are you
No,
crying?
Just give me a few minutes to myself, all right?
No. Tell me what's the matter.
Casey, please.
Are you crying?
Why are you
Don't
crying?
even know.
What's wrong?
Don't
It's
even know
usual.
yet.
We need to talk about things. What is wrong?
I don't know yet.
Why are
What do you
you
mean
crying?
you don't know? Well, we're gonna stay on the phone until we figure it out. You're not hanging up. Why are you crying? Are you crying because you're sad or because you're happy? Why are you crying?
Definitely happy.
Because I want to be the one to propose to you two first.
Oh my god.
And
Well, I mean, to be fair, he is the one that proposed. Like, he proposed like a million times to both of them, right? At this point, he even got like a shitty ring on layaway that he paid 10% for and never got to touch. I mean, if he just wanted to propose first, then mission accomplished. He's proposed to all kinds of people,
that makes you sad?
just like Blue Boy.
It makes me sad because I haven't. Because everything is confusing me so much.
So you're sad.
I want to be so close to you too. Like it's so fucking hard to do. Being confused about stuff and having probation fucking run their mouths
Oh,
Yeah, I
shit.
know.
and not being face to face with you two, not being able to see you on video, not getting the pictures, not getting.
I wonder what probation said.
So that's why you're sad.
It's
Because
just
you
a
don't.
lot of things at one time.
So what would hanging up have done for you?
Just to be able to think alone.
Well, what are you thinking about? I know you're sad you didn't propose first, but I mean, not really anything we can do about that now.
Because the words that Jamie says to you are words that I've wanted her to say. And until she was afraid that I was going to leave her for you, she didn't say it to me. At the beginning, she did, but then she didn't say him for a long time until she was afraid I was going to leave her for you.
So, are you saying that like you're jealous? That's pretty good.
Oh yeah, part of me is jealous. Part of me is very jealous.
Just
I'm
part.
also happy too at the same time because I want you two to feel the way you do about each other. But I want you two to feel the way that way about me too. And
yeah, maybe one day we will, but that starts with you.
It's not part jealousy, it's mostly jealousy.
It's not something you can force. If that's something you want, you gotta work towards it.
Well, it's upsetting because me and Jamie was there once already.
No.
It got lost over time.
Did it get lost, or did you ruin it?
Hold on, I gotta blow my nose. Hang on, I'm gonna put my headset down.
Okay.
I'm thirsty.
I'm thirsty for your pussy, baby.
Babe.
Yes. Was that silly of me?
You're making me blush.
I know, I'm being silly. Alright, we'll wait for Lorne to get back. I think he went to go blow his nose.
Yeah, I'm back
I want
now.
to gargle your tits.
Gargle.
And I'll slowly pull your clit out.
Oh my god, baby.
I don't know what he means by that. I've never been able to quite figure that out.
So, Lorne, are you upset?
I'm alright now.
Oh shit, sorry. Hey, Lorne.
I told you
Embarrassing.
back.
I don't care. I can listen to you two having phone sex. It doesn't bother me.
Oh my god.
Bothers me.
Why does it bother you? Can be all three having sex at the same time?
I was so
Yeah,
turned
but
on
it's
I
not
didn't
like
hear.
listening in. Weird to like listen to it.
Just imagine him sitting there, just like Hambubger, just listening to the phone and doing that creepy, like dirty old man mouth thing. It's probably how it would have gone down.
Oh boy.
Lorne, that was a private moment.
Well, we're in a throuple. It's not likely that's going to happen very often.
Okay.
Go ahead. Keep going. I want to keep listening.
Jesus Christ.
So, Jamie, go ahead. Keep going. I want to keep listening.
You may continue.
What are you doing while you listen?
I'm just listening to you. I'm
Hambubgering.
listening to you two. Don't think for a minute that don't turn me on.
The moment has passed.
You two turn me on.
Okay. Well, I love you, Jamie, and I'll talk to you guys later.
Okay. I'll talk to you in the morning.
All right.
I love you, and I'll talk to you later. It's brutal. All right. Well, that does it for me. That's a pretty good call. I like going back through these and seeing all the hypocrisy come in from Blue Boy. I will say I have made fun of Lawrence Smoker's cough and his smoker's voice before, so I'm definitely a little bit of a hypocrite too. But I also don't think that I could have made it in country music, so I'm gonna put myself one notch above Blue Boy for that one. Plus, I have bluer eyes than him, and yeah, you know the rest. I'm gonna leave. Goodbye.